All right, so this is going to be the reading for the sign of Gemini. So anyone with prominent Gemini placements in your chart, thank you for being here. Hope everyone is doing well. There's no time frame for this reading, so at any point, if you're guided to watch the video, hopefully you find a message in there for you somehow. All right, so we're going to take a look at your personal energy and then go into the energy of your environment and then get some more detail. What is in the personal energy for the Gemini group that I am reading for today, please? Gemini. Okay. All right, so you have the 10 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. Good. So in your personal energy, it just seems like you are super determined right now. Your livelihood in some way is at the forefront of your mind. This is your priority. Could be career focused, money focused, family, home, all of the big earthly, mundane things, but important things in our lives right now. Either this is a focus and you're trying to maintain it, create some sort of routine, consistency, or actually grow something. So manifesting more money or a promotion or a level up in status or title in some way. Could also be growing a family. But this is definitely something that you feel really drawn toward or called to do. I feel that there's a passion here for something that is tangible, something that you can grow, that you're creating. The Hanged Man is coming here to say that you are seeing this process in a different perspective. I don't know. It also feels like for whoever I'm picking up on, there is, how can I say, like an elevation or an ascension, maybe like a growth spurt or an level up in maturity. Maybe you are turning a certain age. It's like a milestone, but it just feels as though it's like, how can I say, because you're seeing this process of growth and acceleration and ascension differently right now. So however you used to manifest change or manifest abundance and prosperity, now you're doing it in a different way. So it does seem like maybe some of you are going through a Saturn return. Maybe you're going from your 20s to your 30s or your 30s to your 40s, something like that. But it's like a big moment in life, a big change moment, but not change for the sake of breaking down, something's not working, more so gaining maturity, gaining wisdom, and leveling up. Okay, so there's that concept that I'm feeling very strongly of the level up, of the ascension, of the rise in something, which is causing you to see things differently, in a different perspective. Maybe seeing sides of a situation that you were blind to before, like your blind spots, right? The parts of us that we don't pick up on when it comes to our behaviors, our patterns, our character. And maybe you've realized something about yourself recently, that you're more passionate, dedicated, strong-willed, I'm getting, than you thought you were. Maybe you never saw yourself like that, but like looking back at your legacy, at the life that you have created, you're starting to realize that, you know, you made all of that happen. You created this life. You created this abundance or whatever it is with the 10 of Pentacles. And you're seeing a different part of you that is more passionate, more driven, even more intuitive and instinctual than you once thought before. All right, let's get more info. So we're going to take a look at the environment. So these cards are typically external to you. This is more so in the case of what is driving your personal energy right now. This could also come up as people, situations, circumstances in your environment. What is in the environment for the Gemini, please? It's a lot of cards here. Typically, I take 3 for this section of the spread, but 4 came out. And that one wanted to come out as well. All right, so in your environment, it just feels like there's a completion happening. And with the world, it does come with that change, that level up. Are you going to continue down the same road? Are you going to continue within the same cycle? Or this is your opportunity to jump out of that cycle and start a new one with the World card here. World card also denotes maturity as well and wisdom. The wisdom from the experience that you've gained. In this case, it just feels like from your previous life process, life path, because right now it just seems like you're turning a new leaf. There's a conversation that may need to happen about this. There's a person here waiting to speak to you, or you are waiting to speak to them about it. And this does regard this tangible earthly thing. So whether it is your money, however you make your money, your home, assets, investments, family, children, maybe custody, something like that. Who takes what? Who is responsible for what? This person here or this situation is calling for whatever, how can I say, conversation this is to happen regarding a big change around these materialistic things. It's about you or someone else maintaining control individually. All right, so this is not a partnership type of energy. This is I do me, you do you. I take this, you take that. I'm responsible for this, you're responsible for that. It's something around those lines. And at the same time, there's a little bit of emotion. You're feeling a little nostalgic, or like you're missing something or someone is missing you. There's truth to be gained here around a past situation, or like, again, how did you get here to this point? Seeing things from a different perspective about a past situation. There's something about once you have this conversation, once you end this cycle, you realize some of your gifts that you were blind to before. You're going at something alone. Throughout this whole process, truth comes out around the path that you took and how one thing led to another, led to another, led to another, to get to where this situation is at right now. Right? So everything has a lesson, everything has a message that, you know, that we go through. There's always a teaching moment and something that we learn from every experience that we have. And it just seems like you are gaining truth about a past experience. All right, so I know that this is not a monthly reading, but this is how I'm used to doing the spread. So I'm going to read into the next 30 days from the moment that you listen to this message. All right, so we're going to break down the next 30 days, the beginning, middle, end. Let's see what's coming through for the Gemini, please. Press the like button if you're gaining anything out of this video today. I would appreciate it. If you want a personal reading, my contact information is in the description of the video. I'd be happy to read for you. Just reach out, send me an email, and we will meet up. All right. What is coming through for the Gemini, please? These cards feel really good. There's a lot of confidence coming through, especially with the King of Wands over there. All right, so the beginning of this time frame, the next week or two, there's something about an emotional connection that you're having. There's feelings like bubbling up to the surface, it feels like. There's that Ace of Swords again. You're seeing the truth about your feelings. You're understanding your feelings. Where once you may have felt confused about how you felt for a certain thing or person, situation, now you're clear. You know it. Like you can say, this is how I feel, where before you couldn't say that. You couldn't give a definitive answer. It feels like now you can. And this does involve a need for you to bring down the walls, bring down the tension, release the boundaries, or if you perceive something to be just a lot to handle, too difficult, too challenging, whatever that thing is, I think you're also identifying that and coming to terms with the things in your life that are bringing up this difficulty. And there is a need, the cards are saying as an advice that, you know, it's best to release those things and take something off of your plate, take something off of your shoulders. And that did come up with this Nine of Pentacle energy, where it felt like it was a lone, a single energy, responsible for their own things instead of a partnership. However that looks, doesn't have to be romantic. All right, the Page of Cups fell out reversed. Here's that Nine of Pentacles next to the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a very prominent message here. Whoever I'm picking up on, there's thoughts around your singlehood, you going at something alone, you doing something solo, you doing something for yourself around your legacy, your livelihood, your family, all those things that I mentioned before. Where once you had a connection toward another, you no longer do. This new connection, this new felt emotion, sensitivity is for the fact that you now realize how you really feel, and you dropping the burden of something. You used to feel, you used to care for something, and it just seems like that has subsided, it's just not, your feelings for this thing is not there anymore, So we'll see what that is. What else, please? This is coming through in the next couple of weeks or so, where maybe you realize like, okay, you're better off on your own, or you're creating the life that you want by yourself, and you're no longer attached to this emotional situation. Judgment. Something happens within the next 2 to 3 weeks that brings this to your attention. An external thing, external situation, circumstance that you find yourself in that brings this realization. What else, please? Three of Cups. I don't know if people in your life, the people that care about you, your support system, your friends especially. I'm also picking up on like siblings or cousins. Like extended family. Even just people that you're close with but are not your like husband, wife, you know, child, mother, father type of figure. Anyway, they're coming through the next couple of weeks here to help bring this realization, or you are realizing something about who is there to support you, who has your back, who is your family, you know, even if they're not of blood. You're coming together. There's celebration here also. I just feel like the Gemini is feeling really, really good about this realization and this truth. Dropping the burdens, dropping these obligations and responsibilities that were only perceived. and just being really, really clear about what you want, how you feel, creating the life that you want by yourself at this time. But there's a lot of real like reflection energy as well in the next 30 days. Reflecting on how you got to where you're at, the situation, what it taught you, how you see yourself now compared to the person you thought you were before. Yep, you're in control. Maybe before you didn't have that. Maybe you didn't feel that you had authority over your own life. For some of you at the end of this 30-day cycle, yes, you are feeling more in control, but there could also be something that has to do with work as well, and an authority figure. So I don't know if it's you that is the authority figure or you are coming up against one, but there's prominent energy or focus around that. There's someone here that wants control of something and you have your guard up. I'll just be careful. You're going to receive a message, a letter, a text, a voicemail, a phone call. This message is going to have like instinctively bring up your guard. It's not going to be clear. Whatever it is that you're communicating with another person at the end of this 30-day cycle, it's going to be very messy, unclear, uncertain. You're not really going to know where you stand or where they stand on a situation. So best advice is just to go back to this Ace of Swords energy and Nine of Pentacles energy and be clear about what you want for yourself on your own by yourself. Because you could easily fall into the trap of changing your mind or being influenced a certain way or something like that, just because the Emperor is here and they're very strategic when it comes to getting what they want. So be careful with that. What is the advice for these Gemini, please? Okay, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, the Ace of Swords. This is 3 times it's come up in your reading. 3 of Cups. Be careful with friendships. Friendships are going to be playing a role here this month for you. Either you may feel let down, or for some of you, friendships are going to help with a situation. So I don't know how it's going to work out, but other people, external people are going to play a role in this situation later on. But the advice is just, again, stay very, very clear. Keep working, keep at it. You're working on something. Continue that. You're on the right track. There's a lot to celebrate. There's a lot to be happy about. If you are presented with an offer to do something social, to go out with friends, meet up, stuff like that, I would take it. Because if not, it just seems like if you're not careful, you may fall into this little bit of depression, melancholy here. So the best thing here is, again, stay the course, be clear, continue working on what you're working on. And in order for you to get past and get over this emotional situation, turn to your friendships and your support system and the people who love you and who are there for you. People that make you happy. All right. I hope this helped somebody out there. If it did, let me know. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I would appreciate it. Check out your rising sign, your moon sign. Thank you so much for your time and energy, and we'll see you on the next one.